He's yawning already.
I yawn every time I know I need to do, like, before I take my videos.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the JCON podcast. I'm your host, Candace Farrell. And today, I have a guest with me, brand new guest. His name is Caleb Dafoe, and I want you guys to welcome him to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Of course. Howdy.
Yeah. No, so,
I should have worn my cowboy hat.
yeah. I just got a new haircut today, so I was contemplating even wearing it. But
Looks good.
yeah, I need to get something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some product or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so today I asked Caleb to join me on the podcast. I actually met him through my neighbor, who I saw on the way coming here.
Actually,
He was on his little
quad
quad thingy at the
four-wheeler.
bottom of the hill.
Okay.
So I like honked at him, and he's like, "It won't start."
Really?
He was like stuck, and he was waiting for his dad to come rescue him. But anyway, so Caleb bought like a skimboard or something from my neighbor.
Yeah, I found a skimboard on Marketplace for $25. I was like, oh shoot, that's really cheap. And I texted this guy, and he was like, oh, I'm in Alaska right now. And I was like, huh. And my dad used to sell planes there, so I thought that was pretty cool that he was just casually in Alaska. And then I bought it from him after I came back from the ranch. I come back to Nopomo for the weekends to help out with Bible studies and my grandpa's church and everything. And I started coming up to this fancy house in like a middle of a bunch of big avocado orchards. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So anywho, I talked to him for a little bit. I guess I started talking about Jesus as he was selling me this skimboard. And next thing I know, I think the following week, Candace goes and DMs me on Instagram. And I was like, who is this? This isn't one of like those people trying to get sponsorships or whatever. And I was like, no, this is like a legit person.
Aw.
And I was like, wait, she's asking me to go on her pod? I was like blown away because I've gotten very interested in podcasts and listening to them and actually doing this kind of work. Because it's very impactful.
Yeah, it is.
But I was like shocked.
Oh,
when
really?
I first got, genuinely,
that's so cool.
I was like, what? Someone's inviting me to their. That's what it was. I was like, whoa. So it was super cool. So yeah.
Yeah, he came over for dinner when he got back from Alaska because he fishes for like salmon or something.
Yeah,
so he like brought my parents some salmon. He comes over for dinner and he's like, oh, I met this guy and he like talks about Jesus like how you do. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, and he lives in Nopomo. And I'm like, what? Not that there's like, there's multiple people who live in Nopomo who talk about Jesus probably, but it's like kind of rare. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, especially for someone to have like on their Instagram page, like all your videos are like talking about Jesus and you were doing, 60 seconds a day.
I was trying to.
You were trying to.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. I was very motivated at first, to start posting videos regularly.
Yeah.
One, like just 60 seconds a day, just me talking about anything, literally just to kind of get used to creating content and be consistent. But I was kind of going through like a testing season or just struggling with physical stamina. I'd say like I was getting tired super easily, even though I was getting enough sleep, and so I wasn't waking up on time to do my normal devotions, which was like the best start to my day. So when I was missing out on that, like it just kind of like snowballed into this just this struggle of getting in the Word every day and creating content. So I had to fall back, and I was like, no, I was creating content. The main purpose was to help people, but if I'm not getting my own quiet time in, just me and the Lord, if I'm sitting there like, okay, how am I gonna make a video or whatever, what do these people want to hear? That's I think that's more important, prioritizing your faith with God before you go and so
I think that's what that is what encouraged me for my last podcast last week, because I hadn't had my quiet time because I was like so busy doing all these celebrations and stuff. And then, you had told me you don't put your quiet time, you don't put creating before quiet time.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, I need to do that.
Well, yeah, I think it was like the third day, and it was like I was running a little bit late, so I was like, okay, I gotta find something that I could make a video on. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
When before it was like I'd sit down, I'd do my quiet time. I'm like, whoa, that was really good. That was really good. I'm gonna like highlight that, or kind of ponder on it and see, and just start talking about it with the camera going and try and act like I'm just there with God.
Yeah.
And then it kind of became into like, okay, no, I need to post something, and that's when I was like, no, this is not why I started making. This is not why I started making videos for people to hear, and so. I deleted all social media right now, so I'm hoping, the Lord will bring me back to that when the time is ready. And it's just having that on my phone, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. It's I realize it's not it's a huge waste of my time. But I know I know I'm gonna get back into it eventually, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we go through stuff in our lives where we have to like pull back and kind of like readjust our focus back onto like the Lord and things that don't waste our time. Like, you work on the ranch, you work with your grandfather for the church, you sing on the worship team.
Yeah, we're trying to expand it, so if anybody's in the Pomo and can play any instrument, we're working on. I'm learning acoustic, and my other brother Roger, he wants to learn the piano. But other than that, we just sing to basically karaoke worship songs, but it's still really good. I play the the cajon.
No way.
So I'm trying to sing, and I'm trying to learn how to sing and keep a good beat, and
that's kind of hard.
So it's fun. It's really good. It's really good
challenging
practice. Because I know once I learn acoustic, it's going to have to be the same thing. But yeah, it's
cool.
Awesome.
Well, I'm happy you're here. I wrote down some questions, but honestly, do you want to kind of just like share your testimony so people can hear like a little bit about you and like where you came from and where you are now with Jesus?
Yeah, I'd love to kind of preface with where I'm at today and what my life. So I grew up in a beautiful faith, Christ-centered home, with two God-fearing, God-loving parents, more than I could ever ask for. Like, I don't think I've ever seen parents better than my own, like, just being completely honest. The way my father, like, he was very good with discipline, and which I think is very important, but the way he would do it was so Christ-like. I get my anger problems from him. I don't really struggle with that anymore, but I used to punch holes in walls and stuff like that. And so my dad, I know he was holding in a lot of stuff because his father left him when he was 18, kind of similar to what happened to me, except he didn't just leave. So his dad just ended up being gay when he was 18, and so I know he's probably holding in a lot of like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
I can't imagine.
My grandma and grandpa had a Christian bookstore together.
Wow.
And they were faith centered. And then he's ended up having stolen money from the bookstore to go out to clubs. And my dad was 18, and he's like, "Yep, see, I like guys." And so I didn't even know I had a grandpa, a second grandpa until my dad passed away 3 years ago. But anywho, I grew up in a beautiful home. My parents' faith was pretty good. I mean, everyone goes through their ups and downs, but the way they raised us was very biblical. And when it came to discipline, he would be very stern, but he would always reassure us that he was doing it out of love, and he was doing it because he cared about us. Like when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I was pretty rebellious, but then when I got into high school, it was like I hated my parents until I was like 17 or 18. I was always a troublemaker, always hung out with the wrong crowd most of the time. This isn't too far away, is it?
I don't know.
Hopefully it is.
Do you want to bring it up?
Yeah, I think. But my father was very stern, But like I said, he always reassured that he did it out of love. So, yeah, when I was 18, I was like, oh, he's doing this. He's being, I was like, why are my parents so strict? Why can't they let me go out and party? Why can't they let me do all this stuff that I thought, you know, was fun and good? And I was like 17, I think I was 18 when I was like, oh, they actually care about me. I started seeing my friends' parents, and I was like, I started feeling bad for my friends because I knew they were going to end up getting older and they weren't going to change from their old ways, from how they started partying and doing just degenerate stuff in high school that's going to lead to emptiness and brokenness. So yeah, that started like when I was 14. I wouldn't say dragged into drugs and alcohol, just smoking, vaping, and drinking mostly in high school, and just other stuff slowly as I got more comfortable with it. But I mean, from the second I tried a vape or a joint or alcohol, I loved it because I think I was already dealing with a little bit of depression. I'm not sure why. Like I started getting depressed in 8th grade, kind of, I think because some friends left me. But long story short, I got into that bad scene, that bad crowd, and I loved it. I loved the adrenaline. I loved it would numb me. It would take all the pain away. And I got stuck in that cycle for a while. I'd try and get sober. I didn't really want to be doing it, but I didn't want to stop. So long story short, I struggled with the drugs and alcohol for a long time. And I'd still like get into the church. My parents would catch me way too often. And I just didn't care. I got to a point to where I didn't care. And then when I was 17, I got a job in construction, and it just got way worse. And I think it was just a couple days after my 18th birthday, my dad kicked me out of the house on a Sunday morning. He woke me up, and he was like...
I was about to say.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to try and go up here.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm probably not tightening it down enough. There we go.
There you go.
So he kicks me out of the house on a Sunday morning, wakes me up. He's like, hey, I found some weed paraphernalia in your car. And I was like, I understand. He kicked me out twice before, but legally couldn't do it. And they came back for me. They actually sent the cops to my friend's house that they knew I was at. And anywho, he's like, do you want to come to church with us? And I was like, no, I got some things to figure out. He's like, you got to be out of the house by the time I'm back from this trip that he's going on with my little brother. We had a little 2-seater plane that we'd go on adventures with. It was a little it's a little 2-seater plane. We'd go on adventures, and him and my little brother were more passionate about aviation. And so...
That's so cool.
They were going out to Texas to our other house and going to basically a drag race for smaller bush planes, and I had to be out of the house by the time they were back. But Friday night, I believe it was the day before they were supposed to come home, I got a call, and it was my brother-in-law. He was like, hey, you need to come home. Like, I was actually just heading up to a town about an hour away to go hang out with a friend, and I was with one of my best friends at the time, and my brother-in-law calls me. He's like, you need to come home. And I was like, I could hear it in his voice. I was like, my little brother and my dad are dead, or just my dad is dead. I knew someone died. Like, I just knew it. So I raced home, and then it was just coping and drinking and just drug use. And then, anywho, I want to try and get past, like that was when I stopped caring about everything. That I didn't see it, because I left, the last time I got to see my dad, he was kicking me out of the house, and he still followed that with the biggest bear hug, because he knew he had to let me go, and if he kept, he was never one to enable. He knew if he kept letting me drink and use while living at his house, I was never going to get better. And I think that's one thing a lot of parents and fathers, it's a super hard thing to do, because you want to love your kids and you want to care for them and be there for them. But if you keep letting them do stuff like that in your house, they're not going to change. They're not going to experience the pain that makes them realize, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like this, it took an insane amount of pain for me to genuinely go, I am done. I'm done. So anywho, I go off to Montana. I try and get away from my friends. That did not help. One, I was struggling with my dad's death. And then two, so what happened was he got into a stall spin at the drag race. There's like 20, 25 mile an hour side winds. And long story short, got into a stall spin like 400, 500 feet off the ground. And there's no recovering that. Like I saw the video and I watched it over and over. And I was like, there's no way.
What is a side spin?
A stall spin. It's so you come up. He was behind another plane. They're going in a pattern around the airport. It's called a traffic pattern, and he was catching up to this plane that could fly slower than him. So he was reaching a speed to where his plane is going to start stalling, meaning there's no lift coming, so it's just going to start falling. And so he had to veer off, but with the side wind, as soon as he turned, it took and brought the plane into a stall spin, meaning there's no lift on the wings, so he just started spinning, and you need at least 1,000, 1,500 feet to be able to recover from a stall spin, and he was not even close to being high enough to be able to recover.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. But anywho, yeah, there's really nothing you could do. I mean, that's the way I'd want to go if I was like, I know I find skydiving like a normal thing to do. That's
wild.
That's I don't know. I find it very fun, and it's something that I really enjoy. Like just doing things like that. Like I'd love. That's how I want it. Like it was instant. It was.
Yeah.
Definitely. It feels like it's way too early because he was just getting going with his career and everything. But anywho, I tried to move away, but I didn't have a good community that I was surrounded with. I felt so alone. I was with my godparents and in their house I had some. They had children a little younger than me, but I was never, if I was there, I was in my room or I was out driving around or sitting on top of a parking garage smoking or drinking.
Yeah.
They did set rules, but I did not follow them. And then I was just working at an Audi dealership as a tech apprentice and doing other random stuff. But that didn't help. I thought, getting away would help, but I think community is very important. That I did not surround myself in. And two, I didn't want to change. I didn't think there was any way I'd be able to cope without my weed or alcohol or whatever I was using. And so, anywho, I tried to go on a missionary trip after that. I used that kind of as like a rehab program, thinking, I get myself around some good Christians. I knew I still had faith. I still believed, but I was not acting it out. That did not work. I ended up falling back into drinking and smoking during the 3-month discipleship program in school. And then the day before we were going to go off to India, they sat me down. They're like, we found out. I think it's a blessing. It all happened for a reason. Yeah. And they're like, we've found out you were smoking weed. There's a lot of weed in India. That's just like around every corner. So that was their main reason.
Wow.
But also probably just because I was not following the rules. And
God was like, nope, you're too much temptation over there for you.
And if I did go to India and that never happened, I probably wouldn't have fallen into the deep hole that just mentally. I mean, I came back from Idaho where it was at to my mom's, and I was like, dang, I just wasted my mom's money on this discipleship program that we both thought was going to help me, and it was basically all for nothing. So now I feel like a piece of crap, and now I'm just here, and I had to go find some random job. So I started working for a buddy's grandpa on a farm. And then the drinking got really bad. It was like waking up, and before, like I'd wake up and I'd like hit my vape first thing. No, like at this point I was waking up and I'd take my bottle of Jack Daniels or whatever and chug that. It was under my pillow.
Chug it.
I'd wake up, and then I'd hit my vape because I'd feel better. Like it was so bad. I was always drunk. I was always high.
Wow.
It was like I had a little backpack of all my stuff. And then that summer, it was like 4 months after I got back from the program. I get a DUI on Father's Day. And then 2 weeks later, I get another one. And so that was kind of what okay, well, if I get a third one, I'm going to be in prison for 6 months. But it was also like, okay, I need to figure this out. Like, one, I'm not making my dad proud in any way. And I knew that the whole time. Like, I knew I was disappointing him the whole time. I was doing all this stuff and I hated it. I got into this, the devil loves when you're in this self-pity. Like, he loves that because he has control over you. And he makes you feel like you can't do anything about it. And you're so sorry for yourself. Like, and so I was stuck in that hard. I didn't know how to get myself out of any of it. And so, anywho, my mom, I get myself into an alcohol outpatient rehab thing, and that helps me start to get sober and realize, like, oh, I don't enjoy this. Like, doing this does not, it might bring instant gratification, but it's not going to help me in the long run. And so I started realizing, I think I knew that, but genuinely believing it, and I wanted to stop everything. And so...
Wow.
That none of that really changed. I mean, I got better. I stopped drinking almost entirely, and then it was just every here and there. It was never really a problem. And then 2024 came, and I started working with a buddy, and things were good. I was sober. I mean, I was pretty sober.
I don't mean to laugh.
Yeah, no,
I understand though.
My friends knew I didn't drink, but if I did, it was like maybe once a month. And every time I did, it was like, why did I do that? I was like, what was it? There was no and point. I'd always end up doing something dumb or something I regret.
Yep.
And so, anywho.
I get it.
Trying to fast track, like February, I'd lost my license at this point. I was under 21 when I got the DUIs. You'll lose your license for a year.
Okay.
And so I had to find a friend to work with. Otherwise, I was just sitting at my mom's house, depressed. Like, there's weeks I couldn't get out of bed. Yeah. And this was like when I was like, I am getting sober. Threw my vape out the window, like threw my vape away, stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped hanging out with all my friends, because I knew that was very important. The people you surround yourself with. Yep. I knew that. Yep. But I didn't have a good community. I didn't have good people to surround. I didn't have those holes that were just there. I didn't have them. I didn't fill them in with anything that was of good, like a good source of anything. And so you got rid of everything, and then you kind of like probably felt like a loss. Oh my goodness. Super sober alone. My mind's now getting to me. I'm going like mentally insane. Like I was like literally going to my mom. I mean, I'd go like 3 days without even seeing her. Like, I'd just not lock myself in my bedroom, but I just would not leave. I wouldn't go outside for days. It was miserable. And then we finally went to a brain doctor and tried to, just do stuff. They told me I had all these things, ADD, and like I was on the low end of the autism spectrum, which didn't surprise me, but I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That one surprises me.
Clinical depression, bipolar, not bipolar, but a mood. So some mood. They put me on a mood stabilizer, and just like they got me on 2 or 3 different drugs, and
still currently
kind of helped. No, kind of helped at first. So they did a brain scan, did everything, and then that sucked because later, like a few months later, I was like, oh, I want to go into the Army. Like that'd be such a good I'm sober, whatever I thought it would be. And then I had those things on my medical records now, so I was like, oh, great.
Dang.
Anywho, this was like October of 23, like September to like November, and when I like tried to get sober, and then I stayed pretty sober until like February of 2024. Me and my buddy were now living at his stepdad's, one of the guest houses at his stepdad's mansion, just me and him. And we were working at this job together. And I was on lunch break once, and long story short, this drug dealer was sitting in his car, and he called me over, and he was like, hey, you mess with the white stuff? And I was like, huh. I mean, I've done it before. I was like, oh, that might make for a fun weekend.
Dang.
And so I was kind of just, I wasn't surrounding myself with good people. I wasn't going to church. I was like, I thought I could control myself. And so I took he gave me a free gram, which is not smart. It's Stockton, California. And don't ever take a free gram of Coke from anybody, or let alone anything.
Ever.
That was stupid.
Even if you pay for it.
But I really wanted it, because I remember last time I did it, I loved it. Anywho, I kept going back to that guy.
Dang.
Like, he got me good.
Yeah.
And long story short, 2024, I become this, me and my friend were working together for a good 2 to 3 months, and it got pretty bad. And then he moved actually out of the guest house and went to go do a logging job up in Northern California. We were in El Dorado Hills at the time, and his stepdad liked me, let me stay in the guest house. And now it's like May, and I'm on this 500 acres by myself, just me and my dog, and I am heavily addicted to cocaine.
Dang.
And I was able to get money enough to do it basically every day. Like, I'd wake up, I'd force myself to eat a breakfast sandwich so I could go do a line.
Dang.
And it was like 2 months in, probably, like, I was like, Lord, I know you're going to pull me out of this. What was really weird is whenever I was on it, I felt closer. Like, I wanted to open my Bible. Like, I'd wake up, or I'd be up. I'm like, oh, the sun's coming up. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Here we go again. But then I'd be like, I'd go out and sit in the bed of my truck and watch the sunrise and open my Bible. Or I'd call my grandma. Like, while I was high, I'd call my grandma who's in Africa, doing missionary work. She has been for 11 years. It was so weird how whenever I was high, I wanted to get closer to God. I wanted to be better. But as soon as I got sober, I just wanted the drug.
Yeah.
And so, anywho, I went psychotic in August. I went to rehab. It was inpatient, 30 days, locked up, no phone. I got to text my mom every once in a while. But that was important. And then I went to heavy equipment operating school, like, straight after that. Like, I need to do something after this and not just be sitting around.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty good. And I was fine for like 3 weeks. And then I relapsed.
Dang.
So now it's end of November. My best friend's stepdad kicked me out of the guest house that I was in, so I went back to my mom's. And then she caught me the second time. So in the first time when I went psychotic before rehab, my best friend had to call my mom because I was, like, not there. Like, it was not Caleb. I was seeing things. I wasn't able to speak a straight sentence. And so I relapsed again. My mom found out through a drug test, and December 15th was the last time I ever used the drug. And I was like, okay, I need to do something. So first or second week of January, I come down to Napomo to visit my grandparents. This is 2025. And actually before that, I'll start like January 1st, New Year's, I went to a friend's bonfire, and like I said, I was mostly sober at the time, but I went to this bonfire for New Year's. I didn't have any friends, and I was like, I had a breathalyzer in my truck at the time, so I was like, I can go, and if I have to drive myself home, I won't be able to drink. I have the self-control if I know I need whatever. But I called my mom when I was on my way there, because we're pretty good at communicating, and I'd tell her what I was doing. And she was like, well, I don't want you driving out with all the drunks on New Year's, because I was like getting there at 10 p.m. I wouldn't have left till like probably 12 or 1. Anywho, end up drinking, and I wake up tripping on LSD, and I'm still drunk. And so basically I get all my stuff. I'm sitting in my truck waiting for me to be able to start it, because I'm still blowing over the limit to be able to start my truck.
Dang.
And as soon as I start driving, I don't remember if I started playing worship or not, but I broke. I broke. And I was just, I hit this point to where I remember saying earlier, like, you have to experience a certain amount of pain for you to finally, like, with certain things. I experienced so much pain I think, that I was just done. I was like, Lord, I don't care what you have for me next. I don't care what it is you want for my life. I don't care if I'm living off of rice and beans in Africa for the rest of my life. I am done living like this, and I can't do it on my own anymore. I am done. I give you everything. I surrender everything. I was bawling my eyes out for the whole hour and a half drive back to my mom's house.
Yeah.
But that was, January 1st was like, I'm so grateful for it. Because I hadn't used that other Coke since December 15th. But then 15 days later.
You dropped acid.
Yeah. And I'm so thankful for that, honestly. Like, so anywho, then I come down to visit my grandparents in Napoma. I'm like, let's look for some job opportunities out of the Sacramento Valley or Bay Area, that whole, I need to get out of this space, this area, this community. I need to get away from all these people that I know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have any good community. I was like, if I go down and live with my grandparents, which they'll probably let me, I'll be surrounded with nothing but good, healthy community.
Yeah.
Like, I won't know anybody. So,
yeah.
Long story short, I come down here and I visit for a few days, and I'm like, okay. And my little brother's birthday was the next day. It was the next day as I'm running on the beach with my dog, and I was getting ready to go back home that day for my little brother's birthday the next day. And I throw my dog in the back of my truck, and I step on a parking block, one of those blocks that's sitting in the parking spots to stop you from hitting the curb. I step on it, and I break my foot. I step on it wrong. I just fall. I'm like, oh, great. Mom. And I already have a broken wrist at the time. I'm like, Mom, you're not going to believe what just happened. I broke my foot. And she's like, well, you better stay there for the day. Whatever. I stayed for a few days. Sent my little brother a card. And I get a job that week, which I wouldn't have if I went back to my mom's.
Yeah. It's like God broke your foot.
And so I went back and got the rest of my stuff after I get the job and I get hired. And that was, you know, just the beginning of this year. Like, everything just, and from there, ever since I moved out and got away from Sacramento, it was just, the Lord has done nothing but blessed me and filled me with joy. And like, coming off of that hard drug and just everything, the nicotine and just that whole world, I never thought I'd be able to feel the way I do right now and be as content and happy. Like, I mean, before, I'd never thought I could live a happy life at all without drugs or alcohol. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
And so that's basically, like, I am beyond, like, I can't thank anybody but the Lord for that.
Yeah. Amen.
So I think that's, I don't know how, that felt really long, but I tried to
it's okay.
make it as brief as possible while getting still the important details.
You know, when you were talking about like doing cocaine and then feeling like you want to open your Bible and like you would, I had this whole picture of like spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
Like, God and his angels were like, oh no, you're not going to drag down my boy. Like, oh no, get in your word. Like I just see like the evil, like trying to keep you down with that. And then like the angels trying to remind you that there's still hope.
Yeah. It was the coolest, weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand, like, it didn't make sense. And I still don't understand it. Like, why? When I was high, I wanted to open my Bible. Yeah. I wanted to read. I wanted to get something. Yeah. And I did, like, almost every morning that I'd stay up all night, I'd see the sunrise and I'd be like, I'm going out there with my speaker and my Bible. And it was weird because then as soon as I was sober I like had no inch, like, it's very weird.
I used to read the Bible smoking weed all the time.
Yeah. See, weed, I would always just get lazy and tired. But
Yeah. You were probably smoking indica.
No.
Oh.
No, sativa even makes me tired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd never smoke indica.
Not
If
that I know the
smoked
difference.
indica,
No, I'm kidding.
I'd just pass out.
Yeah.
But,
dang.
yeah.
Wow,
so-
you're so young and you've gone already through a lot.
And I'm thankful I have. Because I mean, with everything I've put myself through and everything the Lord has guided me through, I know a lot, and I can empathize a lot with other folks, and I have a pretty decent understanding of, so many different situations that people might be in, or situations just of how things work when it comes to, just a lot of things. I got exposed to a lot, and I'm pretty thankful for that, because I can understand where people are coming from, and I love helping people. I love being one of service, but also being able to provide something that they might want or need. Something that is actually good and fulfilling. Something that is before, I'd try and throw parties, or I got so many of my friends addicted to cocaine, at least 10. And that broke me when I realized. And then I tried to keep using and hide it from them. Or I just straight up wouldn't let them. I'd be like, Dylan, I love you so much. But I can't. And then I'd always end up giving in, because it's more fun to do it with someone else.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm trying not to laugh.
No.
Sometimes I just feel like laughing. But it's not funny.
No.
But I understand. I think that's why it makes me laugh, because I've been there, because my past is different than yours, but kind of similar.
Yeah.
When it comes to just letting the enemy make me believe that drugs make you happy, and
does a very good job.
It was just,
Yeah.
It's just a totally different life than a life with Jesus looks like.
Yeah.
And you said you grew up, in a home with strong faith.
I was part of the worship team. My mom played acoustic. My dad was piano, and I would play bass or percussion.
Wow.
And we were the worship team. Sometimes we'd have another vocalist, but we were the worship team for our church.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. It was so fulfilling. But as soon as I was 14, I tried to live both lives. Yeah. And I was so rooted in that. Thank the Lord. Because if I wasn't, I couldn't tell you where I'd be right now.
Yeah.
If I even went to a public high school, I would probably be a drug dealer, because I was thinking about that after I got, I barely graduated.
Dang.
And
how old are you?
I'm 21.
Dang, so young.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
May
what?
May 8th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My brother's is the 20th.
But
my gosh, wow.
Yeah. I never thought I'd have a sober 21st. I was always looking for it. I was like, I can't wait till I turn 21.
Yeah.
And then this year I was actually up north for my birthday, and I went to a bowling alley. I was actually with my best friend who broke his neck and his back the week before.
Wow.
And I was in the hospital with him every day and night for 7 days. And I was actually with him when I turned 21. But I went to a bowling alley with some friends and his parents after. And I ordered a double shot of Jack Daniels and a glass of water. And I had to get my friend to get a video. I had to have my friend get a video of me dumping out the Jack in front of the bartender and then chugging the water. Just as a one to honor my father, because we'd always have whiskey and cigars. But I know alcohol has no part in my life in the future. I believe it is poison, and it's really not. It's never gonna. It helps to have a good time, I guess. But for me, it's always gonna be a vice. It's always gonna lead into something that I don't trust it. I don't trust myself with it. Yeah. And
well, they call it spirits.
Exactly.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, I was just talking to.
It's a real thing.
I went to a liquor store to get just a drink. We were at a pizza shop, and it was the closest place to get a And I do enjoy a non-alcoholic beer every once in a while. I'm starting to not like them as much, just because I'm like, okay, this isn't as good as it used to be. Maybe just because
there's no buzz.
But I still enjoy like a non-alcoholic Coors Light or
Coors
Light
or
Michelob Ultra makes a good non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was telling the guy at the liquor store that, and he was like, "Oh shit, that makes a lot of sense." Anywho,
yeah.
so I'm just so grateful to be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
Like, I was last year was miserable. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, and God had his hand on you.
No kidding. No kidding.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I have some questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's look at them. Let's see what the questions are.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you already answered that one. Okay, I could ask you this. What does surrendering to Jesus look like for someone who's coming out of addiction?
Coming out of addiction. I mean, surrendering to Jesus, I believe, I'll start with that. Like,
yeah.
Actually, I have it in front of my notebook right here, actually. I wrote this because it's such a good reminder.
Yeah.
It had been a couple days since I opened it up, and I was like, dang. I wrote down, pick up your cross, deny your flesh, be a light, and spread the gospel.
Yeah.
I was like, those are like steps, really like 4 main points to walking out your faith. So surrendering, I'd say denying your flesh is a big part of that, and picking up your cross. Yeah. But I kind of reached this point, or what I've been struggling with lately is like, I'll pray and I'll talk to God, but I was having a hard time waking up on time, and I'd forget to surrender my day to him. Yeah. I'd forget to give him my day, give him my desires, the things I want to do, give him my time. Like, Lord, just bless this day, Lord. Everything I have is yours. So I'd say surrendering. What was the question? Was how does surrendering to Jesus look like?
Yeah, what does surrendering to Jesus look like? Like when you were coming out of your addiction and you're like, I'm done. Like, what did that surrender look like?
Yeah, at first, I don't think I instantly started reading my Bible every day. But coming out of addiction, that was, okay, I know the Lord has huge things for me. And he's confirmed that throughout my life. So many times where like he's going to do something huge through me. I always knew that. I always felt that.
Yeah.
But coming out of addiction, it was mostly telling all my old friends. I straight up told them, I was like, I love you guys. I love you as people. But you guys know I don't want to do the things you are doing. And you guys they've known that almost as long as we've been friends. And I'd always try and be a light and spread the gospel. But it's really hard to do that when you're contradicting yourself and you're literally smoking with them, drinking with them, partying with them. Yeah. And they're very good people. I'd tell them, I was like, so first thing was just removing, like actually telling my friends, I can't hang out with you guys. Yeah. Like I could say hi every here and there, but I can't like be around you just because of the things that you do. Yeah. I will fall back into it. Another thing was like, it was really getting away from that community. So for me, it was getting away from my friends and then deciding like, okay, I need to move. I need to get out of this community. I need to go find people that are on the same page as me, or people that have a stronger faith than me, people who are more ambitious or just as ambitious, people who are doing things, to build themselves up, to better themselves, to strengthen their faith in the Lord. Because you become like the 5 people you surround yourself the most. And I always knew that. You hear that all the time. But then,
Did you have did you have to put yourself like on a routine?
Not at first.
Mm-hmm.
At first I didn't really have a routine, you know, especially
Mm-hmm.
when I was looking for a job and I moved out to Napomo.
Yeah.
But I started as a solar salesman with Sunrun. And so that was actually a huge self-development part. So a big thing in my spiritual growth was actually, I know you're not supposed to like go tell people about AA, or I don't know, I forgot what the thing is, one of the values, or, but I got into an AA group,
Mm-hmm.
and that was huge on my, like, they have a list of values, or what would you call that? Like almost not rules, but
Okay.
like you had the 12 steps and then 12 traditions. So basically what they believe, and a lot of it is spiritual centered. It's not like Christ centered,
Right.
but you need to have something bigger than yourself to believe in. And I instantly knew that was God. That was Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I knew he died for me. And so AA was a huge part of me realizing this is not about me. Like nothing of this. And I give thanks to AA for that. That was huge. And there's a few things I don't believe in, or, you know, just value wise with AA. So I'm not a part of that anymore. But it was huge in me realizing, like, I need to rely on him. I need to make prayer very vital, and surrendering and prioritizing him in my life every day. I mean, there's a point in time where I was like driving in traffic and I was late to something, and I was getting so mad, and I was like, what? Why am I getting? First off, this is my fault. I knew there was going to be traffic, and I left on time, and I'm late. And I was getting mad, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, I need to be surrendering, not just once a day, but every time something is out of my control and I have no power over it, and you're trying to control it, that's when you need to surrender. You need, like, and it's so hard to remember that. I mean, just whenever you get frustrated or you're dealing with something, it's so I learned to surrender, like, all the time. And I've been struggling with that recently, actually. And I can see, like, I could see it, like, I'm physically, you know, not getting in the word as much, or whatever. But when I do, it's such a healthy relationship between you and God. When you do rely on him, he wants nothing but the best for you.
I know.
And
Sometimes I wish that I could just be the perfect person that God wants me to be.
Right.
But we're human. And we're not called to be perfect.
No.
You know, nobody can be perfect. Jesus was perfect. Jesus is perfect.
He is.
And when you were talking about your dad and how he would discipline you, but like with love.
He'd affirm it with, like, I mean, he'd spank us real good. Like, with this thick piece of hardwood flooring, I mean, this long, and it wasn't just underwear. It was like no, like, draws off everything.
Yeah.
I'd be, like, my mom was like, sometimes he'd do it, like, while he was still really mad. But I deserved it. My brother definitely deserved it too. But, you know, he'd let we'd both cool down after 5 minutes. He'd, like, sit down with us, and he'd affirm it with love. And he's like, we knew it was wrong, but the fact that he was able to, like I said, he did struggle with anger a little bit, but he was so self-aware, and he knew how to. He did a very good job raising children, I'd say. When I compared to a lot of modern parents these days, and I'm so grateful. That is one of the things I am, like, extremely, extremely grateful for. Because it completely shaped who I am and the things I believe in and why I do what I do.
It just reminded me of, like, how God disciplines us but in love. Like, he doesn't condemn us.
No.
He'll correct us and convict us, but it's always in love. If I like do something wild or even not that wild, and I let the enemy like make me feel this shame and you dumb, like, look what you did, like, why would you? Nobody's gonna love you. And like, I could just imagine like Jesus just like, come on, like,
yeah,
let's do this again, shall we?
Yeah.
You know, he's never angry.
No.
And also, I got spanked too when I was younger.
Yeah, which I think is pretty important.
With a piece of wood that has holes in it. It also had a scripture.
Love
Dad.
That. Love that. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's important to discipline your kids.
Very. Otherwise.
Now they do gentle parenting, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, gosh. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that's like so just amazing that you went through so much and like a lot of addiction.
I never thought,
like, for being so young.
Yeah.
It's like wild, but the fact that you have already realized that walking with Jesus is way better.
It's way better. It's
so good because people your age, you know, so a lot of people don't have that realization or have that connection with the Lord.
No. And I think once you feel it and once you see actually what he can do, like, it's still like, I still get temptations and I still, like, the devil almost makes me believe like that would be like, it'd be fun to go back and, you know, have a night where I just go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I know that's like, it seems so stupid when I say it, but it's like the temptations and, because it's that instant gratification. I know almost everything you do that brings instant gratification is almost not going to be healthy for you. Yeah. Almost everything that you do is probably not going to be healthy for you when it comes to vices. And you might not say it's a vice, but yeah, like, can you live completely without it? Yeah. You know? Yeah. I'm grateful that I have gone through that. You know, I'm happy that I can relate with people who are. I spoke with I was sitting outside the barber shop this morning, waiting for my friend to show up, and there's this homeless guy sitting on the curb. I just go up and I sit next to him. I start talking to him. You know, it's like, I think these days people see homeless people as like lesser than human, like less than what they're worth. You know, because they don't have a house and they're struggling, and they're probably dealing with some sort of addiction. And I mean, I'd probably do that too. Like, you judge people instantly the second you see them. And it's a good reminder for me because I love, you know, spreading the gospel. And so I went down, I just started talking to him, asking how his morning was going. And I slowly got to get into like what if he believed and if he'd ever heard much of Jesus, and he did a little bit. But yeah, even it was really cool because he was very he was there and he was understanding, and he was like, yeah, I try to be graceful and I believe in grace and mercy and all that. He told me he didn't believe in God, but he was spiritual. But it was really cool because I got to tell him the gospel. I got to and I was like, you know, none of us are perfect. We all deserve hell. And he was like, yeah. I was like, that makes so much sense. And he's like, I try and be graceful and have mercy and stuff, but no one's ever like that to me. And I was like, I understand that. And that's so true. Like, and so that even proves like my argument. We all deserve to be in hell. Yeah. And that's where I got to lead into the gospel. Like, this is why Jesus came. And I got to tell him about my favorite verse. And
what is your favorite verse?
My favorite verse is definitely like 2 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10.
Okay.
It's Paul. He's dealing with a thorn, and it says in the Bible he's dealing with a thorn in his side, and he asked the Lord to remove it 3 times. And it says, but he said to me, but the Lord said to Paul, my grace is sufficient for you. For it is, for my power is perfected in weakness. For my power is made perfect in weakness. And Paul goes to say, therefore I will be bold. Shoot.
Let me look it up.
I swear, I'm
it's
a little...
okay. It's okay. Wait, 2 Corinthians?
2 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10. My grace is sufficient for you.
9 and 10.
Oh, yeah.
My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest upon me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I will delight in weaknesses.
Yeah. I delight in weaknesses and insults and hardships and persecutions and in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong.
Wow. That's so good.
Relying on the Lord.
Wow.
I love that. I also like Matthew 16:24. It talks about picking up your cross daily. Yeah, they're picking up your cross and following him. Yeah, and if you try and find yourself here on earth, or when you lose yourself for his sake, then you will find yourself.
So good.
But if you try and save yourself, you're gonna
The Bible is so full of just the best little treasures. I love it. It's literally so good.
So it was a huge blessing this morning getting to talk to him, because he was very receptive about what I was saying.
Yeah.
And
you just plant a seed.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. And it's, for me, even at first I was like, I see the guy and I'm like, I know I need to go up to. I have nothing else to do. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, Caleb, go talk to him. Caleb, go talk. I'm like, okay, what's wrong? I'm just gonna go sit next to him. And he was super cool. His name was. Oh, I don't want to say it. I mean, it's not like it matters. But he was. He was a very just a good soul. And he's been struggling with addiction and homelessness for 5 years. And,
wow.
But when you get to pray over a man like that or someone like that who's struggling, and just be, that's not being that bold in my opinion. It's just a homeless person. But it's still like exercising your faith. And it only makes you more confident in the next time God is going to tell you to go do something.
Yeah. It's best to obey.
Yeah. And you'll know in your heart if you feel like you're supposed to do something and you don't, you're like, oh, I should have done that.
I should have
done that.
And you think about it all day. You're like, dang it.
I was supposed to talk to him.
Yeah.
And whatever, I would say it's whatever, but you'll know. Yeah. And you're always blessed when you do obey, even if it's not the outcome you hoped or expected.
Yeah.
It's always
there's always a bigger picture.
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, dang it, I wanted to lead them to the Lord. And the Lord's like, you planted a seed. Yeah. Now it needs to be watered and it'll grow.
His timing.
Yeah. So good. I did a flip and read this morning. Do you know what that is?
Where you just
yeah.
What'd you get?
So I'm gonna read what I flipped to. I got Psalm 119.
That sounds so Psalm 119. I know that's a pretty.
I know that's what I thought.
Popular song.
Okay, it says. Wait, yeah, October. Okay. Blessed are those whose ways are blameless, who walk according to the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his statutes and seek him with all of their heart. They do no wrong, but follow his ways. You have laid down prospects that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. I will praise you with an upright heart As I learn your righteous laws, I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. How can a young person stay on the path of purity? By living according to your word. I seek you with all of my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Praise be to you, Lord. Teach me your decrees. With my lips I recount all the laws that come from your mouth. I rejoice in following your statutes, as one rejoices in great riches. I meditate on your precepts and consider your ways. I delight in your decrees. I will not neglect your word.
Wow. That's so good. It literally tells you how to stay.
Yeah.
How to walk the straight line, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little... Wow. That's so good.
With my lips, I recount the laws that come from your mouth.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
it says
cool.
to walk in purity, to
Yeah.
stay
on the path of purity.
To
By living according to your word.
Living according to the word, which means you got to be in the word.
Yeah.
You got to be reading it.
You got to be
studying
reading
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's a daily thing is so important.
I know.
As soon as you stop using that sword, you're defenseless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're defenseless to the temptation. Oh my goodness, that's so good.
I know. Oh man.
That's good.
Yeah. Do you have any like encouraging words to say, like if someone's watching right now who like has been going through it, who feels like they can't get away from addiction or is kind of going off on a different path? Any like encouraging words that kind of helped you, maybe?
I think the things that helped me the most were probably things that I didn't want to hear. But really encouraging things,
Jesus.
I mean, I think about this a lot, to be honest, because I love helping people. I want to, it's like, what can I give people that's actually going to make an impact, actually be able to help them to change? And how can I give them the gospel or what I believe in a way that is going to stick, in a way that's going to make them go, oh, dang. Like something that they could physically do that could actually help them.
Yeah.
I'd say like community is huge. Like
so big.
I mean, you might say, oh, like I don't hang out with anybody. That's just as bad. I realize like when I'm out at the ranch for 5 days a week and I come back on Friday, it's like, that's where I'm struggling, is when I'm out by myself. That's when, like the temptations, the urges, the desires, just things that I like know I don't want. That's when the devil has power. And I think I'm going through a little testing season right now. On fully relying on the Lord and being able to withstand things that I know I shouldn't be doing. But as soon as I'm back in the church, in the community, like that all just literally almost disappears. And I'm sure you first get into a church or a small group. Yeah. It's going to take some time. I'd say ask the Lord for him to open your heart. Ask him to, I know it says somewhere not to not challenge the Lord, but like I don't know if it has something to do with like an ultimatum, but like literally just ask him to reveal himself and to present himself to you in a way that you're gonna like ask him to open your eyes and open your heart. And if there's things in your life you know you need to change, pray about it. Like if you don't want to be doing those things, just bring it to him. Just bring it to him. I mean, and if you don't believe, if that's something you're struggling with faith-wise, I mean, I don't know. If you're hopeless and you have nothing left, why not give Jesus a try? Like, if you have nothing left and you've tried all these things, you've tried all the earthly pleasures or everything you think would bring happiness, and it's not, you're still left empty, give it a shot.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
Oh, man.
yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And he never lets me down.
No.
He literally never lets me down.
What do you think about, like, people who don't know anybody or have, like, any friends that go to a church or friends that are in a small group? Like, I know a lot of people who have come to me and they're like, hey, I don't have anybody to go to church with and I don't want to go by like, they won't go by themselves.
Yeah.
Or they won't. How do you get started? Because I know that's definitely part of the devil, like making them anxious or stressed, or like they don't want to go to church because they think everybody there is perfect. And I literally told my friend that I met this morning on the street, I was like, I know you're probably going to be very uncomfortable. I want to invite you to church. And I want you to know, like, modern Christianity, you know, believes like everyone in the church is perfect and blah, blah, blah. Everybody is like keeping things and hiding things.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do in our church, I am trying to be a leader in this way, is being open about things I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
And literally being a testimony that we are not perfect. Us Christians, us believers are always going to fail, just like everybody else. Nobody is more worthy. Nobody is ever going to be better than anybody else. All sin is equal.
Yep.
If you're doing any kind of sin, it's literally just as bad as
the same.
The worst thing you could think of.
Yep.
Literally, I wish I knew. I need to find where it says that. Charlie Kirk would know. Oh, God bless that man. But I invited him. I was like, hey, man, like, the church is for the broken, for the people. I just want you to know, like, we would welcome you there. You would be welcome. And so, sorry, I kind of ran over the question I asked. Like, I was kind of wondering. I mean, I was not deliberately asking you, but kind of just that's what I've been wondering. Like, how do those people? Yeah. What's the best way for them to get? I mean, maybe YouTube, online, listening to. I don't.
Yeah, if they have a phone for sure. Yeah.
But what about being like in a community? Maybe that's something I could do or start.
Yeah.
An outreach. I'm sure there's a lot of outreaches. That's a good idea. I never thought about that. That's actually really cool.
I never thought about that. They got all country real quick. That's cool. Yeah, definitely pray about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love seeing the videos online of like the barbers go out and they'll like completely like wash a man. Like, I'm talking like not just his like haircut. I'm talking like they like are scrubbing this man and they put him in new clothes and give him a haircut, and they are so happy, and that just like makes my heart happy. I love stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So cool. So cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
I cannot believe your life. It's wild. And I really, truly am so sorry to hear about your dad. I mean, if I put myself in your shoes and especially if my dad was kicking me out of the house, I just can't even imagine. But
I was like, yeah, I know. I'm not going to go to church with the whole family last time. You know what's crazy is a few months, like 10 months before that, we were in church. And so we stopped going to the little church that we were a worship team of. Some stuff with COVID and masks, and so we ended up going to another one. He went down to the altar, and this is like where his faith and my mom's faith got a lot. They like almost got on fire again for the Lord.
Yeah.
But he was at the altar, and the pastor was like, this was a mega church, and there was like 100, 200 people down there. And he was like, what's your name? He's like, Thomas, you are going to be a prince. You're going to be a prince in the kingdom of heaven. And then he dies. That was less than a year later. And so when I went back and saw that video, it was so like, wow. It was ordained. And I realized I was very lucky to have been at peace and realized there's going to be so much good that comes out of this.
Yeah.
As awful and as hard as it was, there was going to be major, major blessings from this pain that me and my family had to go through. And if it weren't for my mom and her strength and her faith, you know, it's crazy, when he died, she got even stronger in her faith. Wow. She believed even more. And she became the rock of our family.
It's amazing.
She held us together, me and my 4 siblings and my brother-in-law. But
wow, God is good.
He will do things out of the worst outcomes you could imagine.
Yeah, he does.
So, anywho, we're just blessed as a family. We're blessed to have him as long as we did. And we will get to see him again. We will get to see him
100%.
again. And I cannot wait for that day.
He's hanging out with Charlie Kirk right now.
Yep. Yeah, he probably already got to meet him. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, praise God.
Praise God. So good. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'm excited to see what God has in store for you, because this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
Amen.
I'm excited to see what kind of ministry you start or whatever you end up doing.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have something to do with ministry.
Yeah.
That's what I live for.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to be successful, but before that, I just want to
successful.
I just want
to
follow. I just want to do what the Lord has for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything but His will, and so surrender every day.
Yeah, surrender every day.
Every day.
It's so good. Wow. Well, if you guys, he doesn't have his Instagram on his phone right now, but I'm gonna add it in the description below. So
I'm
if
not
you guys
deleting it, or
you just took it off your phone.
I just took it off my phone for now, because it's like I'm trying to refocus and prioritize the Lord, and I know that's just a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And so I still have other devices. It's on like my iPad, and so.
Okay. So I'm going to add Caleb's social media in the description if you guys want to follow his journey. He has some awesome videos of him just sharing what he learns from the Lord. And yeah, I just thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you, Candace.
Yeah.
It's a huge blessing.
And if anybody is struggling with drugs or alcohol or any sort of anything that's pulling them away from Jesus, I want to encourage you to, number one, pray and bring it to the Lord and just lay it down at His feet. But also, if you need me to pray over you or Caleb to pray over you, you guys feel free to leave a comment.
Be happy to.
Or even DM us on our social medias. I'll have everything down in the description below. And we love praying for you guys. So if anybody needs any prayer for anything, please let us know, and we would love to lift you up. And a lot of us go through addictions. I know I went through it too. So but God is a good God, and He's a deliverer and a redeemer and a restorer. So He's just so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. It's so good. Anyways, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope you guys have a great week, and hit the subscribe button, like and comment, and share with a friend who also might be struggling and you think that this would encourage them to hear Caleb's testimony.
Yeah.
So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
See ya. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the JCON podcast. We are so grateful to have you. If you guys are in the San Luis Obispo area in the beautiful Central Coast, California, and are looking to host an event or party, this is the place for you. I'm going to leave all the information in the description below, and you can go ahead and check out the website. And if you're interested, there will be an email on the website for you to reach out to. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and thank you again for watching the JCON podcast. God bless you.